Good morning, guys. So obviously you see it's almost 10 o'clock and this is what it looks like. You can't even see, look behind me. So you can't really mow in this. I mean, you can, but it would be a mess. So I had anyway scheduled. I'm gonna go spray 6 or 7 more yards before we go out and do any mowing today. We have our big one to mow, but I'm gonna use something different, a chemical. I have a whole jug in there, and I paid a couple $100 for it. What was it, a year ago? So I might as well use it. But it's called Vessel. I'll show you when I get ready to do it. But for now, I'm going to straighten up my water jugs, fill all these up with water so I have water on the site. And then we're going to get out and go spray the rest of these lawns. And just a quick look at the garden. Everything's doing good. I haven't watered these pots. And I don't know, the weather channel says we're not supposed to have rain for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I hope they're wrong on that. This is the problem here. We've had so sporadic rain and then heavy rains. But, I mean, everything's still alive. Look at all the flowers, guys. See them all out there? All the zinnias. Everything's blooming still. But, okay, let me get these water jugs filled up. Look at the tomatoes. Not like a... What's that? That one's not... I like them not super duper ripe. Well, ripe, but not too squishy. Okay. Let me get to work. I have enough to do 48,000 square foot of spraying. I don't think I'm going to do that much. I don't think the lawns I'm doing are that big. I'll measure them out again. I think they're like anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000. And there's, so what is there? Even if there's 7 lawns at 8,000, I'll be really close. That's 50 something thousand. But I don't think I have that many lawns that are that big. It's in our hardest development. And I think the biggest one in there is 7,000. So we'll see. After looking up the label, I need 1.1 ounce to 1.5 ounces per gallon. I'm gonna go 1.5 ounces per gallon only because I'm gonna try to kill these weeds, and we are gonna aerate and seed anyway. And I don't think it's gonna damage the turf unless I put a surfactant in it. It says definitely if I put a surfactant in it, it will damage the turf. So I'm not gonna add a surfactant in this, and I'm gonna use the sedge hammer. Okay, so I'm going to spray this one. This one is 6,000 square feet. So I actually need 2 more gallons of mix by the time I'm done. So we'll see how accurate I am. Let's go. Okay, guys, so I'm done spraying this one. It took me exactly 31 minutes. I think we charged $75 to do this one. I'll have to look at it. It's either 70 or 75. So that's pretty good with the chemicals I used. Not too bad. And my walking pace is pretty accurate. I did 6 gallons of mix. This yard was 5,800 square feet, and I used exactly 5 3/4 of a gallon almost. So that's pretty accurate. So not bad, pretty calibrated. So let's go ahead and get to the next one, and then we have 5 in one area, or 4 in one area. Okay, guys, here's the next one that I'm spraying. It's gonna be this all around here. All this way. I'm gonna measure it first. I'm gonna say this one's about 7,500 square feet. So let's go ahead and measure this, and then I'll let you guys know how close I was. So we're at 6,500 on this lawn. So we're gonna need about 7,000 in spray. So not too bad. I think I said 7,000 square foot, but maybe even more. Let me go ahead. I already have some mixed, so let me get this done. So we're finished this one. This one has a lot of weeds in it, so a lot of this crabgrass and stuff is gonna die. But we're aerating and seeding it, and we always put a flag down to let people know that we sprayed. Here's the next one. I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna say this one, front and back, is about 7,500 square feet. So I'll let you guys know. We're gonna kill all this sedge. This one's gonna look horrible after we're done spraying it because all the calingula it's gonna die back. So hopefully there's some fescue in there. If not, then it's gonna look bare for a couple weeks. So let's measure this out. Okay, front and back on this one is 8,000 square foot. So I'm gonna mix up 8 gallons of spray and get rid of all these weeds. So this is the next one right here. I have one down on the corner to spray. And then this one here, I'm gonna assume this one's about 4,000 square feet. This one's about 6,500, 7,000 square feet. So let me measure them so I know. So I finished spraying this one and that one. This one's 6,500. That one's 3,000. Now I just got one more to do, and then I need to go home and rinse off, and then we're going to mow. Okay, this is the last one we're spraying. What does that make? 6, I think. I'll have to count and see. This is the last one we're spraying. I'm not going to measure this one. I'm actually going to spray. I'm going to mix up 5,000 in chemicals, and I'm going to spray this and then see if I'm done 5,000 square foot in chemicals. Then this is roughly 5,000 square foot. I'm going to say this one's about 6,000 square foot, but we'll see. Okay guys, I am done spraying for today. That was 6 lawns, and I think they're an average. So it was another 420 for today for spraying, and I used about the same in chemicals. I think I'll have to figure it out. Okay, let's go get Rachel and get out mowing. Afternoon, boss.
Good afternoon.
How was your morning?
Good. It's Friday.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that it's Friday because
So
we had
really
2 days
good.
off this week, right?
Oh, well, we did because of rain.
Yeah.
But not school days off. We did. This is our second complete week of homeschooling.
So what do you only have 160 more days? 164 more days, right?
180. 180
So then you have
minus.
168 days. Well, no, only 10 days, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we got 170 days left of this.
170 days of homeschooling left.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to get Chase to start a calendar because I think that they like to celebrate like the 100 days of school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's more than halfway through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
I'm gonna get a calendar for him to start coloring, but yeah, so good. And it's Friday, so now they have the weekend off, and we can recoup, right?
We don't have the weekend off. We got to work on Saturday.
Yeah, we have to work.
But I sprayed a bunch of lawns this morning, you guys seen. So we got, I think, 13 or 12 or 13 lawns sprayed already. We got about 27 more, right?
Yeah. But
27,
that's okay.
28 more. I have them all scheduled. I'm going out in the morning, spraying the lawns, and then coming back and picking Rachel up for mowing.
Yeah.
And then we're going
It's
to...
working out nice because
Yeah.
it's giving me the time I need with them.
And then we're going to start aerations from 2 weeks from the time I sprayed the lawn. That's when we're starting our aerations on the first set that I sprayed.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have to mow, we're going to mow them 2 first, then aerate, then seed. But I'm only putting like 6 on a day. So I think we can handle 6 a day, right?
Yeah.
So
sure.
no problem.
Yeah.
So we're going to get out and mow this one. The owner got back to us. We had already left, so we came back to mow it now.
I know.
And
So we're gonna mow this one other one, and then our big one.
then we're done, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then anybody else, we're just gonna have to put on for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not worried. Most people are either 7, 8, or 9 days anyway.
Yeah.
So, and we're not supposed to have rain.
Yeah, but we did just have a bunch of rain,
Yeah.
so they're probably starting to pop, and some leaves are probably starting to come down now too. So.
Yes, I seen some in some yards. Yeah, this weather has been wacky on
Yeah,
it.
so I might want to start bringing like the bagger for the people up north.
Well, anybody
And the
I sprayed, you
developments.
can't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're gonna have to mulch into the grass first. So.
Right, but when are we mowing them? We're not. When are you spraying them? Oh yeah, I'm gonna mow them after
Wednesday, I
you
think
spray
I'm
them.
spraying them.
Oh
No,
man,
you're
then
mowing
they're
them
gonna-
before I spray them.
Oh, okay. You switched it.
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, got
So-
it. So, all right. Well, we have to get through today first. That's
And tomorrow
first,
before I
yeah.
do that.
So here's the first one. I don't put a perfect edge on this because it's a 2-week account. I just do the best I can. This stuff's crabgrass. It grows way into the cracks. But we're gonna go ahead and get this one mowed. I don't have much to weed eat, so I can record Rachel mowing some. Always a hill somewhere. Always a hill somewhere to mow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and weed eat everything, and then I'll show you the after. Maybe I can see some stripes that way. You can see them. So we're finished this one. Took us about 25 minutes. Not bad, not bad. That's the power plant out there in Arden. Used to be a coal-fired plant. They changed it to natural gas. So, much better for us, I guess. Where does all this traffic come from?
I don't know.
It's only 3:30.
It must be school.
Wow.
On a Friday.
You can't even go out anymore around here. It's so busy.
No, this is on a Friday too.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
I guess, yeah. Everybody's
Do we
getting-
never come this way at 3:30 so we don't realize it?
No, we don't realize it.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
We're almost at our next job. We just
Yeah.
get through that light a half a mile up there and go on the other side of that mountain range there. So, but we'll
We're
get
just gonna
there.
go straight across.
Oh yeah. I would like to make a right and go toward Fletcher, but we'll be in that line for like hours.
Yeah, you're right.
It might almost be better for me to make a left and just go down.
You're right.
Yeah.
But that's probably really packed too.
So we're finished this one. And look, you can see the crabgrass is turning purple in spots. Everything's dying, see? It's dying back. And believe it or not, the lawn actually looks better after it dies. I guess the grass, well, not guess, it does fill in. So here's our last one, guys. I'm not gonna really record me mowing this one. We'll get some of it another day. We just want to get home. We're probably gonna not be done until 7 o'clock, so we'll see. Okay, guys, I'm done mowing what I'm gonna mow. Now I gotta go weed eat all around every one of them trees. I don't do it every other time. I do it like, I don't do it every time. I do it like every other time. And then I weed eat everything else. Rachel's all the way out there. I think after she's done over there, all she has left is this big open field. So let me get the weed eating. That way we can be done. Almost done, almost done. Well, Rachel's almost done mowing. I got a weed eat all down this fence line, all that. All down that fence line, all around here, all down that fence line still. Let me get back to work. Man, this grew for 9 days. We're done. It's 7 o'clock. A long walk back to the truck. Just glad I don't have to mow that anymore. We used to mow all this and all that big hill there. And they sold it. So now all we have is this one. This big property here. You guys want some sod? Even the sod looks horrible now. Crazy. I think August is the worst. August, early September is the worst for lawns. Then they start looking better only for a month before we start getting cold again. This is a long walk. I'm not done. I gotta do around these little trees. You know when you have one more thing to do, but you're beat for the day, and just starting a weed eater is like, but I gotta do it. Get it done. Good morning, boss.
No, it's
time
not.
to go to work,
Good
guys.
morning.
We slept a good night last night, and I'm ready to go and get 20 lawns done. No.
My feet hurt.
I don't know. The boss said the standard's been hurting her feet.
I don't know if it's my shoes or if the thing needs to be adjusted, but like a full day like this when we mow, like
the big long one, that one she has to mow for 2 hours straight.
I know, it's like 2 hours.
Is it that
straight.
one that mainly?
Yeah, it's mainly.
I mean, that one is bumpy too.
Yeah, it's mainly that one because I was fine before that, and then like towards the end, like I almost felt like my feet didn't want to work. I was like, oh my god.
Man, towards the end, it felt like my legs were going to bow out and fall down. I did a lot of walking today. I'm going to assume.
Oh yeah, you probably walked like so much.
I'm going to assume like 10 miles probably with all the spray. I sprayed 6 yards.
Did you have your phone with you the whole time?
I think so. I'll have to check that out and let you guys know how much I walked doing all this spraying. And guess what, guys? I have to do 40. Well, how many are we doing? Hopefully we do like 45 aerations, and I have to do 45 sprays again on top of the 45 I'm doing this week.
Yeah.
Because we're doing tenacity too. But
I hope nobody is like, well, I want to try to cut costs.
even Joe is what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I was worried about Joe because his aeration and seed is almost $2,000.
His is going to be so much.
And I think it was what, $1,800 for the aeration, seed, and fertilizer. This year, it's probably going to be like $2,400 because seed I told him on the phone just now, seed went up almost, we figured out 55-60%.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I thought it was only 30%, and thank goodness I didn't send out these aeration quotes. We paid $90 a bag for seed last year. If we're paying $160 a bag this year, so go figure.
Yeah.
And we have to put that whole extra cost on the client. We can't eat none of the cost.
Can't eat none of it.
So, especially because we haven't raised prices in 12 years.
Yeah, well, the aeration and seed have been creeping up just because of materials.
That every year, you don't want to quote that in the spring. If we would have quoted that in the beginning of the year, we would have broke even or lost money on seed this year because seed went up so fast. So guys, remember that. Don't ever do your quotes in the beginning of the year for aeration and seed.
Yeah.
You can do your fertilizer costs because normally fertilizer is not going to skyrocket that much. Now
be careful though, because
it did this year.
It did, yeah.
But we found it for a little more than we paid last year, but a lot less than where we were getting it. So
yeah, I mean, so you always have to do your duty, like checking around, and when you're licensed like that, you can also work out with like some of the companies. Like I know we have a Southern State rep that will deliver right to us, that will make it a little bit cheaper, but then you also have to buy like everything that you need.
through Southern State, and we tried to seed there one year and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
We didn't like it, didn't do good on our yard, so
Yeah.
it was cheaper. It was $10 $10 a bag cheaper than the Lesco triple tall fescue. But we're using all Jonathan Green this year.
Yeah.
So.
Which is even more expensive than the
Yes.
Lesco.
Well, Lesco went up to be exactly
Lesco.
the same price
I
almost.
know, yeah, almost, right?
Yeah,
That's
so-
crazy. So
Okay.
you guys are probably seeing
Yeah,
it too.
definitely seeing it.
But we really do appreciate you. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when we upload videos.
And don't forget to be happy even if you're grumpy.
or
How
at
about
least
that one?
try.
Or at least try, right?
Yeah.
So
It's always better to be happy.
yeah,
than
grumpy, being grumpy or negative, it puts a lot more on you. And you should always listen. I know that every day isn't a perfect day. Every day, some things could happen that are devastating. Look at what happened up in Jersey and all that other places. But at the end of the day, if you survive that stuff, you have to look at it as you
always
survived.
should look at the glass half full instead of half empty. And even though I do know that sometimes it is difficult,
push through it, guys.
Yeah,
You got to
just-
push through it.
yeah. And then once you get through, hey, I always just...
It's not perfect once you get through because business is business. You
Well,
know.
life is life, to be
too.
honest with you. But I always heard that, you're not given these obstacles unless you know who really believes that you can push through.
Yes.
So you can do it.
You can do it.
Have a good night.